All right. Okay, that audio looks good. I can see. Yeah, I can see it's all right. Yes, sir. Yeah, going live once again. And you know what I'm doing. I'm on the move once again. So, yeah. I said I was going to get on tomorrow, which I will. But I said, let me go ahead and jump on today, too, man, because it's a nice day out. It's like 70 out here. It's cloudy. It's cloudy, but it looks all right today. It's an all right day. Been dealing with some things, but it's all good. It's all good. Marcus Bell, coach, what's going on? You in the gym? You in the gym putting in work? All right. But yeah, man, I'm just on here for a little bit till I get to my point where I need to be. So yeah, it's about that time. We about a month out. We about a month out from this big fight. So yeah, man, it's time to start. It's time to start watching film, man. It's time to start watching some film, man. Like, I mean, I done seen pretty much the majority of Rose's fights, but it's time to go back and really analyze what's gonna happen here. I mean, you can only do so much analysis, but still, you know how I do. I'm just trying to let y'all know what y'all need to do because so many people are counting Rose out. Then some people are counting Weili out. It's like they're looking at the wrong thing. So I just kind of want to get on here and talk about what y'all need to look out for in these fights. Some people look at the wrong stuff. Some people look at physical appearances. I mean, that's like the casual fans. Y'all look at physical appearances. You care about how a fighter looks. So, but it's not all about that. But yeah, we're gonna get started here in a minute. We got Colton. Colton, what's going on? Colton said thoughts on Miesha coming out of retirement to fight Marion Renault. I actually still got to do a video on that. I mean, I saw it yesterday. I saw everybody doing live streams talking about it, but yeah, I need to talk about that. Uh, I mean, let me think. I'm going for Marion in that fight. I want to see Marion go. I want to see Marion Renault go out with a blast. I want to see her end her career in a positive way. I want to see her cap it off. Um, as far as Miesha Tate goes, I mean, what, she 34 now. She took a nice little recovery break, but how how much of recovery was it? Like, as far as the physical, I know physically she's probably feeling a little bit better. She took some time off, but for Miesha Tate, like, what about the game plans, and what about her skill set and her technique? You know what I mean? Like, you think she's trained enough over the past few months or a year to compete with this level of bantamweights now? I mean, that's a question for y'all. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't think so. Off top, I don't think so. Let me know what y'all think. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hang on 1 second. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me see here. Mr. Lee, what's going on? Mr. Lee said I'm from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, a home of Thomas Hearn. Yeah, Thomas Hearn, that's my favorite. I think out of all the four, thanks. Let me see. I think out of the top four, the four kings, Leonard, Hearns, Duran, and Hagler, rest in peace to Marvin Hagler. I think Thomas Hearns is my favorite. Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody the other day. Yeah, Thomas Hearns is my favorite. Yeah, out of those four. Let's see. Colton said that Miesha Tate have a huge falling out with one championship. Where I thought she had a good. Well, she was just really like a commentator over there. She still got like 6 fights under her contract with the UFC. So I don't think she really had a falling out. Yeah, she was just doing like she was just being an analysis over there with like Demetrius Johnson. I know he fights over there, but yeah, she's still under contract with the UFC. So anytime she comes back to fight, it has to be with the UFC because she got 6 more fights. I didn't know she was a vice president. I thought she was just like analysis. Maybe she had some stock in it or what. But her contract's always been with the UFC. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's the president of one. All right. Yeah. I guess maybe she is. I mean, yeah. Okay. I guess she's the president of one championship. But as far as her having to fight, as far as her obligation, her fight contract is to fight with the UFC. Anytime she come back, she got to finish off that contract with them. Like, yeah, because Mark, you said she's president, so I thought that was just to run the company, but not actually fight for them. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts, like as a whole, though, seeing her come back, it's interesting. Here you go, sir. I appreciate it. Have a great night. You too. Yeah, it's kind of like some boxers when you see them come back after like 4 or 5 years away. Like, it's kind of exciting. It looks kind of explosive, but when they actually get in there, like, what are they going to do? Like, what type of improvements has Miesha Tate made? Like, what type of improvements do you think she has made to try to climb back into the top 10? I mean, she's getting a good ranked fighter in Marion Renault. Amanda said that Miesha's a better fighter than Ronda. Do you agree? I think so. I think to a certain extent she is. Like, Ronda was just a really, really good judoka. You know what I mean? She was just really good. She was good at getting in people's heads. She was a good entertainer. Ronda was a good. It's hard to say she was a good fighter because whenever the tough got going, man, she got gone. You know what I mean? Like, when it really got tough, she was gone. She was easy to get out of there. Like, the people she was submitting, they were tough. Of course they're good fighters, but whenever she started coming down to like the Holly Holmes with different levels, uh, of course Amanda Nunes, it was like that was it. So I think Miesha Tate, she just let Ronda Rousey get in her head. She just let Ronda Rousey get in her head. But she definitely has some skills to beat Ronda. I mean, if you go back and look at that second fight. And if you're talking about like heart, I guess you got to go with Miesha Tate. You're talking heart and guts, you got to go with Miesha Tate because she's she's still willing to come back. Like, 2 losses didn't destroy her. She lost back to back to Ronda, and she's still trying to fight. Whereas Ronda, the day she tasted defeat, she fell. back to back, and she was gone. So I mean, when you're just talking like fighter, you got to go with Miesha Tate because she'll still be in there, man. She'll still be in there to fight. I mean, styles make fights, and yeah, I guess if you fall victim to an armbar twice, you got to give that person credit for being able to beat that person too. But I mean, when you just look at all around, who worked on their technique the best, because MMA math never adds up. Miesha Tate lost to Ronda, Ronda lost to Holly, Holly lost to Tate. So you know, I think what management by Miesha's, I think that is what, yeah, that is probably what she meant by that. Because when you go back and look at like who wants to stay in there and continue to do what they do, and they don't let a loss deter them from their goal, you got to go with Miesha Tate. I mean, there's two ways to look at it. I know we can say, okay, Miesha Tate coming back now, it might not be a good idea because we can say, yeah, the game's evolving, but how much how much danger is the bantamweight division anyway? I mean, we're always talking about the bantamweight division being dry, right? So, what better time for Miesha Tate to come back, right? Miesha Tate comes back now, uh, it might add a little bit more life. I mean, what harm could it do? What real harm could it do to come back now? I mean, there's not much going on there now. We got a lot of older fighters there now. Fighters that can, the same fighters that continue to run in a revolving door for the belt. GDR has been there. Um, Holly Holmes already been there. Some of the same faces like Sarah McMahon, Ketlin Vieira, she's kind of falling down. So it might be it's probably the best time for her to come back. Then it's not going to do any real big damage to the division, or it's not really like a point where we can say, oh, why is she coming back, or like she's really going to get hurt. If anything, she'll fall right into place, right? Now, if we had a bunch of new bantamweights in there like Tanisha Tennant, and say if Chelsea Chandler went back down to 135, if you started adding fighters like that, who else? I know Alexis Davis, yeah, she moved back up to 135. So if it was like just a whole new division, then yeah, I would think different. Colton said Miranda Maverick starting to seem a little cocky. She's always sounded like that. You just started looking, yeah. If you just started looking, yeah, you got to go back and look at how she talks sometimes, man. Yeah, she's confident. I say that. So, I mean, I don't want to see it. People can get a little too cocky. I mean, I'm not saying she is, but it's good to always keep a couple of humble bones in your body. You know what I mean? Because anything can happen in MMA. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this Saturday though. Yeah. So still talking about Miesha Tate real quick before we jump on to the topic. Quick topic. Yeah. So Miesha, I mean, I'm fine with her coming back. We'll see what she can do. I mean, she's got 6 fights. Like, who do y'all see her beating? Like, I have to lean towards Marion Renault. I still have to lean towards Marion Renault. I feel like she's the more active fighter. I think her striking is still a little bit better. And I think if it goes to the ground, it's going to be interesting. I think it's more so 50-50 on the ground. I think Marion Renault is a very good grappler. Miesha Tate's a very physically strong wrestler. And she's got one of those things to target. If Marion Renault is sharpening up on her striking, I'm not trying to be funny, but Miesha Tate has a target. She has the nose, just like Liana Jojua, Montana De La Rosa. She has a target. You know, you go for the nose. How many more fights does she fight, do you think? Out of the 6, if she goes with the whole contract, yeah, 6, but I think it depends on how many she loses. I think it really depends on how many she loses. So who who all does she beat though? Like, let's say if you put her against, dang, Macy Chiasson is big though. Like, if she continues to fight at 135 and Miesha Tate enters the top 10 and she fights her, man, that'd be a tough fight. Who else is a tough fight for? I could see Miesha Tate beating Aspen Ladd. I'm sorry, I can see Miesha Tate beating Aspen. I don't know about y'all. Arcanum, aka Focus Ball, right? What's going on? I kind of thought that was one and done thing. I kind of thought this was a no. It's not. It's not a one and done thing. She still got a fight contract to fulfill. I mean, she could always retire if she, things don't go her way. I'm sure if she went like 0-2 or 3, 0-3 or 0-2, she'd be done. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think she'd want to rack up 6 losses just to fulfill a contract. So, Stamina, what's going on? We talking about Miesha Tate's return, and what's the good and the bad of her returning. That's pretty much what we start with, Stamina. Aspen Ladd is I'm telling you, man, Aspen Ladd is ranked way too high, man. Um, what's the name? Shout out. I came across her video. Shout out to Sports Princess. I came across her video, and I watched it, and I was like, she made a lot of sense. I agreed with what she said. I don't understand why she has so many dislikes. I thumbs up her. I gave her a thumbs up, man. But yeah, Sports Princess. She did this video, and she was talking about Aspen Ladd being salty that Juliana Pena's getting the title shot. But I was like, man, Aspen Ladd didn't really do anything to get into the top 3. I mean, I might have to do a video on that. I mean, I don't care what anybody say. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like Aspen Ladd is ranked way too high. She really is ranked way too high. Off losing the GDR and just barely beating Sajara Eubank. And you just beat Yana Kunitskaya. That's a top 3 spot now. So if Miesha Tate wants to roll back to the bantamweight title, let's see how she looks, gets past Marion Renault, and then maybe make Miesha Tate fight Aspen Ladd, because I think she could beat Aspen Ladd again. That's just me. But going back to Marion Renault in this fight, man, like Marion Renault, she really got to train to finish though, man, because like she really can't win a decision. She really can't win these close fights with the judges. She's got to go in there and try to finish. You got to throw the knockout. You got to throw those strikes and knock fighters out. You got to look for the submission constantly, because you got to close the show. If you Marion Renault, you got to close the show, especially when you're fighting somebody like Miesha Tate. You got to close the show, because close decision, they'll give it to Miesha, especially if it's her comeback fight. Aspen Ladd has never even asked for a title shot. I thought she did. I thought Aspen Ladd did ask for a title shot. I mean, I got to pull up the interview. I'm driving right now, but I can't. Hold on. I mean, she said I know one thing. She said she wouldn't turn one down. I thought she did ask for a title shot. That's why a lot of people were getting on her. I mean, she basically is asking for it because she's getting salty because Juliana Pena's getting one. That's how I feel. Like if Juliana Pena's getting one and she didn't ask for it, then she need to just kind of keep quiet about it. You know what I mean? Like if Juliana Pena's getting it and she didn't ask for it, then nothing should be said by Aspen Ladd, right? That's what I'm thinking. People wanted her to get because it's going. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's why everybody was disliking. What's the name? Sports Princess video that I was looking at. I was like, dang, man, that's a lot of that's a lot of her followers, her simp followers. So, man, that's crazy. Ernest, what's going on? Ernest Richardson said Maverick Robinson isn't going to be a good fight. It's not going to be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I don't know what you talking about. That's gonna be a good fight. Nunez will blast Aspen Ladd. It would be ugly. Oh yeah, yeah. At Nunez is going to do exactly what she did to Megan Anderson. You know, she'll do whatever she wants. You know, she can draw the fight out, or she can end it quick like she did. Now she wanted to fight Pena even before Juliana got given Holly, whatever it was. It's sort of personal for Aspen. Well, that I would take that fight too, honestly. Like Juliana versus Aspen, I would take that fight too, man. If that fight happened, I'd be like, that's the short secure it and shut the casuals up and rightfully take that spot. You know what I mean? Like I would watch that fight too, Juliana versus Aspen. Take that one, man. But yeah, let's talk about Weili and Rose real quick. You know, like I said, we about a month out now. We're about a month out from the fight, big fight. And now I thought it was the co-main event, but I guess not. It's the co-main event. You know, Shevchenko versus Andrade is a co-main event. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Rose. Everybody didn't think Rose wanted this fight, but come on, man. Like she wants to get that belt back. It's gonna be a good fight, though, man. I think that. Hang on, y'all. Yeah, so a month out, it's time for me to go back and start watching some fights because I just really want to study and see. I really want to see what Weili can do in this fight, you know, to throw off the technique of Rose. But I really want to see how Rose is going to handle this type of force like Weili is. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things that really stand out about both fighters, but I see these little things that kind of just throw off the momentum for both fighters. That's why I keep saying this fight is 50-50. Like there's some things that Weili could do that would really frustrate Rose. And when I go back and do my breakdown prediction, I'll really kind of narrow them down for you. But yeah, it's that time to start watching. What are y'all like? Even the people that aren't fans of Weili or you're non-fans of Rose, like non-Weili fans, like what do y'all like about it? What do y'all think really stands out about Weili's on? Well, according to Colton, Weili is so overrated. Yeah, Joanna chose to stand right in front of her and slug it out. I don't know, man. I don't see her as being overrated, man. Like, what's overrated about her? Tell me that, then. Tell me what do you think is really overrated about her? Like, I don't see her as being like the best fighter in the world. I see her working towards being, like I said, she's a near complete fighter. But I don't think she's overrated though. She's working for it. She's working for everything she's getting. She's beating everybody they're putting in front of her. So, and that's kind of Joanna's fault, right? If Joanna chose to stand in front of her, that's her fault. you know. No, I'll try to go back. I'm definitely gonna watch all her UFC fights. I'll go backwards and watch all her UFC fights, and then kind of look back at some of the fights before she got to the UFC, and just kind of look at the holes in her game and some of the improvements that she made. This is gonna be a fight where not hold on. Her striking is overrated. She has power in the chin. I don't think her striking is overrated, man. Like, go back and look at how she sets up her left hook, which is something I'm gonna bring up, when I watch these when I go back and do my study on her. Like, Weili's got a nice left hook. I mean, she just doesn't have that reach like Joanna. It didn't look like she was doing some spectacular work in some people's eyes because she was getting tagged, but she was coming with some power. She was coming with some good technique with her left hooks, man. Like, Weili's got a good left hook. She's got a good right hand. Including all her strikes, she's got some nice kicks. I think she should have committed more to the leg kick to Joanna. She should have really committed to that leg kick. Let's see. Rose is gonna hit harder than Joanna could, and Rose is gonna duck out of her shots. You know what? Like, I want to talk about that too. Like, I'll talk about some of the film I've seen on Rose now. Like, Rose, it's not that she's like, Rose can hit harder than Joanna, but hang on. Okay. Rose can hit harder than Joanna, but it's not like this crazy, crazy power, man. It's like the thing that really contributes to her her ability to knock out Joanna was her accuracy. Like, working with Valentina and working with her coach on striking, like her boxing coach, striking coach, they really like got Rose Namajunas her accuracy down. She's a very hard precision puncher in that aspect. But if you look, the only person she has knocked out is Joanna, though. If you really want to look at it, the only person she's knocked out is Joanna. So I don't know if she's going to just knock out Weili like that. I think she'll do some damage, just like she did to Jessica Andrade. Like, she might open up some cuts. How she did to Andrade. She was boxing nicely, but she didn't have that power to really get the respect of Jessica Andrade in that fight. And then when you look at a puncher or a striker like Joanna, her punches were a lot more consistent. That's why they can do more damage sometimes, and they kind of make a person rethink and respect them. Like, it's really hard to explain sometimes. You just got to go back and pull videos up. I got to pull up examples at the same time. But, like, Rose is a little bit more accurate, and she's committed to harder punches. She's committed to her punch. That's why it makes the punches harder, is what I'm saying. Rose's commitment plus accuracy is what really equals power. And she's really just kind of been developing that, like, because she's never rocked or hurt Tisha Torres. She couldn't get Karolina Kowalkiewicz out of there. And again, like I said, she couldn't Jessica Andrade out of there those two times. She's just a really good boxer with, accuracy. but like crazy, crazy power, I don't think it's there. Like, it's not like she's the GDR of the strawweight division. Mr. Lisa asked her 21 opponents, she's overrated. Let me go back up here, comment section. Stamina says nonsense. Not many women could endure what Joanna did that night. Swap out you fighter doesn't go that way. Not fight of the year, no sir. Yeah, like, nah. So Rose is definitely going to be a little bit more accurate, but she's not going to be as a high volume puncher in the fight against Weili. She's going to be picking her shots, and she's going to pick those shots to do damage. She's going to pick those shots to try to get the respect, but Weili is going to be moving. And I think to kind of nullify Weili, you got to be able to be that octopus in there. You got to be hitting up and down. You got to be coming with punches and kicks of all angles, kind of like Joanna did. You know, um, if she offsets your feet and offsets your timing, if she goes to Rose's body, it's going to be trouble. SL, what's going on? SL said, not doubting Rose. I love her, but man, Weili is like a machine. Be honest. Do you think she can take that pop from Weili's hands? I think she can take the pop. I think she can. I think Rose has a chin. My question is, do you think she can take the body punches though, like the body shots? Like, do you think she can take body kicks from Weili? That's where I'm kind of more. That's where I'm a little bit more curious. Like, I think she can take the shots because she took Jessica Andrade's best right hands. Got the nose broken. She still wanted to continue to fight. So I think she's got the chin, but I'm not really sure if she can take that. The body's gonna be hard because the one thing about when I compare Rose and I compare Joanna's a little bit more. I won't say a little bit more. I think she's just so much more physically durable. Like, she's so strong, she's so grounded because she has a good solid core. She can take a beating. She can take a beating to the body and to the legs, and that's just part of her. She has a hard exterior. I think Rose Namajunas is a little bit. I won't say soft, but I think she's a little bit easy to hit to the midsection and hurt. I think she's a little bit more vulnerable to body shots. A little bit more vulnerable to body shots. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back up here. Okay. Marcus said, I can see. I keep forgetting to hit this thing sometimes. Makes it easier for me to see. All right. Okay. I can see Rose using her movement and pot shot, Zhang, if Rose doesn't get slowed down. Right. And she's got to do that. She's got to do that till she can. She's got to do it for 5 rounds. Go ahead and think to do it for 5 rounds because Weili's tough. But do it until you can stop her, until you can set up something big. And, she had trouble with Jessica Andrade with that. Hang on one second, y'all. All right, I'm back. All right. Okay. So I was saying, yeah, Rose can definitely use her movement and pot shot, but it's gonna be tough, man. Like, because she did it to Jessica Andrade for so long, but Jessica Andrade caught up with them leg kicks and those kicks to the body to slow her down. And I think Weili is smarter than I think Weili definitely has a higher IQ than Jessica Andrade. So it's not going to be a night where you can just pot shot Weili all night. You got to hit to hurt. Yeah, that's what I was saying. SL, that's what I was saying. Or who you talking to? Because I was just saying that her core is not that strong. Yeah, I was just saying that her core is not that strong. I mean, I think her chin is better than her core. That's what I was worried about. I was saying like, I think she can take a punch to. I think she'll be able to take some of Weili's shots. I don't know about for 5 rounds, but I think that it'll be kicks to the body that might slow her down. Rose going to beat Weili, and then Andrade will come down after she loses to Valentina and beat Rose in a 5 round fight. I think that's her plan. Like, if you heard my video, I didn't get a chance to go in. Like, I want to go back and talk about some points in that video because Jessica Andrade did an interview, and she sounded like she wanted Rose to win. Like, she just wanted Rose to win. She was like, Rose was going to get that belt back. She was like, Rose is going to get that belt back because I think as soon as Rose gets that belt back, she's going to want that rubber match. You know, because she was like, Weili's not she's not a complete fighter. She said Rose is, but she didn't say that 2 years ago. She said Weili was much stronger and much more of a fighter like her that could break you down and beat you. She said Rose was like light as a pillow and weak last time. So I think she's just talking business now because she want that belt. Yeah, that might be the plan, Stamina, man. That might be the plan. Like, she's wanting that belt, man. So you might see a rubber match. If Valentina dispatches, destroys Jessica Andrade in maybe 1 or 2 rounds, she going back to 115. And she wants it to be Rose because Weili starts her in 1 round. So yeah, hanging with Rose is tough, man. I mean, hanging with Andrade is tough. I would be training to knock her out, man. Train to submit her, train to knock her out because I wouldn't want to go five with Andrade. Yeah, Mr. Lee. Yeah, like that's a good comparison, man. Like, Weili is kind of like Marvin Hagler. She's never been knocked down, never been submitted, but she could be outpointed. She could be outpointed. Like, Weili could be outsmarted. Like, this could be Rose's Sugar Ray Leonard moment. You know what I mean? Like, Rose has got the faster hands. She's got more foot speed. She's got to be Ray Leonard here. She's got to take rounds. She's got to keep this fight on the outside. Weili, she's got to keep coming. She's got to switch the stance up. She's got to come in there, do damage. She's got to break them down. You got to take the legs away of the faster fighter. This gonna be her Marvin Hagler moment. You know what I mean? Or you don't know, man. This could be Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns. Unfortunately, I love Tommy, but we remember how that fight went. Rose can't get caught up in a firefight like Tommy did, though. Mary Thomas, what's going on? Yeah, yeah. I was yeah. Go back and watch that video because I was talking about some of the things Jessica Andrade said about her being complete. Like, I think Weili is near complete too. I think both are well rounded. I think they're like the best well rounded strawweights. Because when you look at fighters like Zhang, she's mostly striker. Claudia Gadelia, mostly a grappler. Marina Rodriguez, mostly a Muay Thai fighter. Um, of course, third would be Joanna. Joanna's she's the best. She's the next best well-rounded fighter. It ain't even that Joanna's like a great well-rounded fighter. She's just a great striker with great takedown defense. But when you look at like Weili and you look at Rose, they can kind of switch it up if need be. Of course, they got their weaknesses, but Rose can fight off her back. Rose can submit you. That's what people forget. They get caught up and see her as just a striker, but go back and look at her resume. She started off being this fighter in the ground, fighter in the clinch. Rose can do that. Based on who is going to win will depend on which fighter is smarter. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a fight of smarts. it's not going to be a back and forth fight like Weili versus Joanna though. Like I don't see Rose having that type of hard exterior, that type of structure to be able to go back and forth with Weili like that. Because Joanna took some of the best left hooks from Weili. I mean, she took some of the hardest shots to the forehead, big right hands to the forehead, and I don't think anybody, like you were saying earlier, Stamina, I don't think a lot of fighters could deal with that like Joanna did. Yes, Colton. Don't even look. When it comes to Tatiana whooping everybody, man. Tatiana out muscles Jessica Andrade. Tatiana is Tatiana will give her a taste of her own medicine, man. Like that's the only one fighter that I will go ahead and say it's not 50-50 anytime she gets in there. Maybe I am being biased, but like she's the only fighter that I can say is gonna stack everybody up. She's stacking bodies, man. If she can get back to where she was, man. But like she was the one that I felt like was gonna beat everybody. I think Joanna probably would have been her toughest fight, but I think Tatiana would have beat uh, Rose, Weili, and Jessica Andrade. SL, that is another good one. Who edges out a win? Valentina or Andrade? I'm going with. I ain't gonna tell you yet. I'm gonna do my pick later. I'm gonna make you wait. I ain't giving my pick for this Weili Rose fight yet. I'm not giving my pick for Valentina Andrade yet. So good fight though. I agree. It's gonna be another good fight. Mary Thomas said JJ had a better chin than Rose. I'm not certain if Rose will eat Weili's heavy shots in the champ rounds. Yeah, I'm not either. Like after seeing what Andrade did in that third round, how she buckled her bad, man, she was lucky that round ended. She was lucky that round was over, man, because I did not see her making it out. I agree with that too. Yeah, she can be outpointed. Like if 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 Rose can make it a nice technical striking match, good boxing match and good kickboxing match, she can definitely outpoint her. She can definitely win rounds early, bag about 3 good rounds. But whenever that heart kicks in on Weili, you ain't going to outgrit her and you ain't going to outwork her. When she grabs her, like if she gets an underhook on her on Rose, she's really going to start ragdolling. Like that's why I give Tisha Torres a lot of credit on her strength because Tisha was hanging in there with Weili at some points, and that's a fight I got to go back and rewatch. I got to go back and watch that Tisha Torres fight because Tisha has some good moments in that Weili fight. That shows you how strong she is. So yeah, like I said, man, everybody got to go back and watch some fights. It's that time, and we're a month out. I know I'm going to. I'm gonna probably start with Weili tonight. I'm gonna go back and watch. Uh, we'll go back and watch her last fight. I'm gonna go back and watch that first. You know, what I just watched. I just actually watched that with my family. I watched Weili versus Rose. No, Weili versus Joanna. We watched that fight. We sure did. Damn. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to watch some old fights tonight, man. Yeah, she got to be perfect, man. She got to be perfect to win. Hold on, let me go back here. Weili might target legs. Yes, she might. She's gonna have to. Okay, Rose gonna punch Weili. Rose is gonna punch Weili up. She gonna have her moments. She gonna have her moments. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, she gonna have her moments, but Weili's gonna have some too. Lola and Yo Yo said Rose will win. Yeah, of course Rose can bust Weili up, but what about when Weili gets her hands on her? Yeah. See, I know whenever like, like, if Rose can bust Weili up, but what about when Weili gets her hands on her? Yeah. See, I know whenever like, like, if Rose can bust Weili up, but what about when Weili gets her hands on her? Yeah. See, I know whenever like, like, if Rose can bust Weili up, but what about when Weili gets her hands on her? Yeah. Weili got her hands on Tisha and like Jessica Aguilar, it was a wrap. Like, Jessica Aguilar is getting older, but she's a good wrestler and she's physically strong. But like when Weili got her down, man, like I'm talking elbows were coming down. So I was saying the other night too that Rose can fight off her back, which she can, but you really don't want to let Weili on top of you because Weili, oh man, her elbows are crazy, man. Like when she gets you down, her striking, her grounding pound is gonna be killer, man. So she can fight off of her back. She's gonna have to do a lot of hand fighting with Weili early. She's gonna have to pull Weili in close. If Weili gets like a full, in her guard, she's gonna have to pull her in close because you let her get any range, even like when she's on top, she's gonna rain elbows and do damage. So only if she has to fight off her back, that's the only place you should want to be. All right. Okay, what else we got here? But if Andrade starts slinging the Tatiana, yeah, that's a game changer. Yeah, and Andrade is short, so her center of gravity is lower. Yeah, like her power comes from them big legs, and yeah, like she just the shape of her body is like a what do I want to call it? It's like heavy, like Jessica Andrade is built like a tombstone almost. She's like a headstone. You seen headstones, right? She's like got that hard exterior. She's got that bottom that's wide at the bottom where it's really grounded. She's like a tombstone, and that's where she generates that power from. Yeah, yeah. When we really break it down, Andrade could outpunch her. I see Tatiana out wrestling and out grappling, out bustling, but yeah, out punching would be Andrade's territory. So you got to be careful with the right hand. Ooh, that's a tough one though. She could be only one to beat Shevchenko. That would be tough. That, that's tough. I mean, I'm definitely gonna ride with wait Tatiana versus Shevchenko. I think Tatiana could do it, and everybody would get mad at me for saying I don't care. I like Tatiana. I think Tatiana, if she was at 125, if she was still sharp and she was still active, she could do it. It's possible. It's very possible. Uh, Mary said you can actually watch fights on the live with us, so we can analyze on recap, like stream as well. Yeah, I do. Every other Friday I do like a live, Mary. I didn't do one last Friday. I was busy, but I do like a live every Friday, like round by round commentary. I just started it like a month ago. So yeah, I could do it I could do a couple fights tomorrow then. Yeah. And yeah, I just watch them. I mean, y'all can watch along yourselves because yeah, I don't want to want to avoid the copyright. But yeah, I've been doing them. I actually did Jessica I actually did Jessica and Rose. I did the first fight and the second fight, I think. Yeah, I did. I did the first fight and the second fight like a month ago. But yeah, I can do that again. I always do it every every other Friday. Sorry. Uh, Cole, Colton, you being sarcastic? You love this car audio? It being sarcastic, man. Oh, what did you say, Stanley? Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right. Suarez would need to move more defensively responsible than she is now to beat Shevchenko. Otherwise, it'd be just 5 rounds of counter striking Matador versus Bull. Yeah, yeah. I think she would make the adjustments though. Tisha got in there with Weili, so I give her props. But after more successful title defenses down the line, wins Weili's grit or Valentina's dominance. I don't know, man. If there was one fighter I had a lot of potential. ride for, saw a lot of potential in it was Tatiana. I like her story too. Of course that's making me biased towards it, but yeah, I like her story. Should 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 you should UFC make atomweight division and do you pay attention to the atomweight division at one? Yeah, I have been paying attention to the one championship. I've been kind of busy lately. Like there's some fights I still need to go back and watch. I know there's the tournament coming up. There's atomweight tournament coming up, right? It's one, right? Shit, I'm just so busy, man. So somebody got a one championship tournament coming up. So yeah. Not so much that she's bottom heavy, not like bottom heavy. Like Clarissa Shields is more so bottom heavy. I think what I mean is like her foundation is very strong. Like Andrade has a very strong foundation. She's got the big legs and she's got the grounded, like you said, low center of gravity, the groundedness to her. Not really bottom heavy. I think Norma Dumont is a good example of being a little bit bottom heavy, but yeah. Don't ever do that. Don't apologize for that, because it'll never be as bad as that. I think if Tatiana got on her game, she could do it. If Tatiana got on her game, she could do it. Probably still grittier than Weili just off of training and size advantage. Yeah, yeah. Like I don't even want to think of Valentina versus Weili yet, just because Weili's not there yet. Like, let Weili clean out the strawweight division completely and let her do some things to evolve as a fighter, and then we'll talk Weili versus Valentina. But I don't see her beating Valentina right now, and I just don't. I don't really think that's a fight that she needs right now. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow, and yeah, Mary, I'll be back on. I'll be back on about 7:30 tomorrow, and I probably will do a couple of live fights of Weili and Rose. I'll do a Weili Rose. I'll do a Weili fight and a Rose fight tomorrow. So, Mary, everybody else, the chat, if y'all want to tune in 7:30, I'll pick two fights tomorrow. So yeah, uh, Valentina's sister and potential. Um, I don't want to see her become a flyweight champion. I think she needs to be a 135. That's pretty much what I'll say on that. I think she needs to be a 135. Rather than taking away because she's been looking beat up sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Mina, what's going on? Oh, no. She said, I think it'll take a really good grappler to beat Valentina, but I don't know. We learned stuff in that fight. Yeah, it's going to take somebody to be really physical. It's going to take somebody to be really physical for 5 rounds. Jennifer Maya, which she did for 1 round, somebody's going to have to do that for 5, but you got to mix it up. You know what I mean? Eventually, Valentina's going to catch up, and she will adjust to what you do. Like Juliana Pena, clinch, knee to the body, knee to the body. Valentina said, "Oh, that's all you're gonna do? Boom, I'm gonna take you down. Telegraph knee, boom, I'm gonna take you down." And then she fell into an armbar. Oh, I got spam up in here. Look, I got spam in here. Cupcake and still and again. I gotta block this guy. Now I'm just BJ, what's going on? BJ said, and still. We were talking about Miesha Tate earlier, BJ. We were talking about it earlier, man. Andrade's got cardio minute, but you know Andrade ain't got minute. She ain't got a belt. Well, you know what? This jet's about to take off because I'm getting up out of here. I'm getting up out of here. I'll be at home tomorrow, so the audio will be straight. So this jet's about to get up out of here. But yeah, man, it was good talk for what it was. I mean, yeah, if y'all couldn't hear me that good, but yeah, I'll be on about 7 tomorrow. I'll be doing some live fights tomorrow, Weili and Rose. And yeah, BJ, Miranda, TKOs, Jillian Robinson. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow. Shout out to the chat. All right, later, everybody.